met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face. Blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Such sights to show you. We'll tear your soul apart.
Ahoy, mateys. Stevie Wayne here, beaming a signal across the sea.
Hi, this is Adrienne Barbeau, and you're watching Death Curse Society.
Rock and roll! Just in the middle of a dream, I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to Monday. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Woo! Oh, and there he is. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Death Curse Society and Monday Maniacs. It is the Colonel, Zigzag, and of course, Red Crank. We are here with you live like every Monday. How's everybody doing tonight? Let us know in the comments. Good to see you all. And yeah, what is up, guys? Man, I've missed you. It feels like I haven't talked to you in a week.
Well, literally pretty much
although,
has.
Although I played with Colonel a little bit on Thursday night.
Oh, what the fuck? Colonel took a day off. You serious?
Yeah.
Playing Friday the 13th. That not went to waste because we were fucking killing it until FaZe showed up.
Oh.
FaZe shows up and then our streak ends. What? And Ziggy, wish you were there, but no.
Dude, I did the big fundraiser thing. I was out. Yeah, it was a long weekend, man, but it was good. It was a good weekend. And hey, happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers and motherfuckers alike out there.
Absolutely.
We love you. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Colonel, besides taking a day off, what did you do this weekend?
Well, the weather was pretty much fucking shitty. So I did not see Doctor Strange. Fuck. I couldn't talk the 4-year-old into it. I fucking tried. You know you don't see this, right? She wasn't going to sit through it fucking anyway, but I tried.
Yeah.
It was a no-go. So I did what any scary-looking, horror-loving motherfucker would do. I went and bought flowers to plant in front of my house. Very nice. And
dressing up the front yard, huh?
Yeah, a little bit more, but I'm getting there. And
boy.
Just had a nice lazy Sunday. After everybody introduces themselves, I want to do something fucking live. All right, we're doing it fucking live.
Ooh, baby!
I want you guys to let me know how.
I don't even know what's going on.
While you're talking, yeah, I don't know either. But whenever the Colonel has a surprise, you know it's going to be good. So just
it's golden. While he's frozen, I'm going to jump in. Colonel, I had a question about your flowers. Are those being accepted by your neighbors, or are they being shunned by your neighbors? Like, fuck this guy. Yeah,
I don't know, because like I said, the two directly across the street. All right, for people that don't know, the house to my left was vacant when I first moved in. Obviously, they were doing renovations because I couldn't find anywhere to park for like fucking months.
Mm-hmm.
So they finally moved in, met them, very nice people. So I like my neighbors to the left and the right for the most part. But the two across the street, I've seen them come over and introduce themselves to the new neighbors like 3 times already. They haven't even waved at me and said hi the whole entire time I've been here. I wonder why.
Well, look at you.
I know.
I think I was friendlier to your neighbors or getting friendlier response from your neighbors when I was down there hanging out in your front yard from time to time.
You probably did, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm like, hi Tim, hi Pam, how are you guys doing? Beautiful day. How about the weather?
I'm not a fan of that either, but I'll at least be cordial if I see somebody. I'm like, hey,
You say I'm not cordial? I get it.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, boy.
Ziggy, weekend. What'd you do?
I'm sorry, man. My thing all dropped out on me again. I had to have my regular Monday where my cable provider powers down the fucking internet right at 8:02 and 8:05, somewhere in between there. And we think we go completely black for a second. But hopefully we're back for the night now. We'll try here. But I wanted to add on to Colonel's Multiverse of Madness story there. I picked up my son from school today. And we're in the car. He's like, Dad, one of my friends ruined Multiverse of Madness for me. And I went, don't say a word. I've avoided everything, but don't be that guy. That guy's a dick. That guy hates his life. You don't want to be that guy or known as that guy. And he sits back. And then he proceeds to do what kids do. He's like, I'm just going to say, and he said 2 words because I don't want to fuck it up because it was about a character being introduced. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to do what they did to me, see? Okay. So I shamed him pretty good. I shamed him good on the way home just to, let him know, like, don't be that guy. That's not the thing to do,
So you didn't find out that Benedict Cumberbatch or Stephen Strange is actually Kaiser Soze? Is that what you didn't find out?
That's another one I just found out now. Thanks, Crank. Just thanks, man. Now, I might as well I might as well wait for the rental now because it's ruined. It's completely ruined.
Motherfucker, just get Disney Plus and go, fuck.
I know. I am on the DCS world of news. I actually am working on a couple things. I'm going to chop up get that Creep Show panel out finally from Horror Hound. It's coming together. So we're going to get that hopefully this week. And then I got a couple of unboxings.
Did you get past the first 5 minutes?
It can be done. It is. I understand why you were like, what the fuck? I can imagine there was and fucking you probably punched through a couple of screens. I get it. Clearly, we all were setting up our cameras, and and I think we were all thinking, well, hey, there's 4 other cameras in here. We can go ahead and zoom around and get this right. And yeah, we were all zooming around, and as the Stooges would say, we all put the yeast in. So we'll get it right, though. We'll figure it out. It might be a little jumpy in the first couple of 3-4 minutes, but it will smooth out, I promise you, because I know I did the stationary shot, so it should be fine. But anyway, yes, I have these 2 unboxings I'm going to do. One I've been working on, it's that Jason, that 18-inch NECA Jason that we got back there. But I just, the extras, the little DCS touch to it is going to require a green screen, and I want to do it fucking right. So we're waiting on lighting right now to get here, and then I'll get that one done. But then I decided maybe my most crown jewel of my collection, why not? It's open anyway. I can do an unboxing of this. So I'm going to do the zombie, the Fulci zombie. I got this thing like 20 years ago, man. I'm not going to open it, but you can see. I have had it on here before, but not in a long time. What?
One of only like 300 or something like that?
Yeah, 200 of these on the planet, and it's insanely detailed. You're gonna flip out. But we're writing the bits around it now. So I mean, I want to do it funny and good, like we do the rest of them. Treasures of Horror. We got 2 episodes coming at you in the future, and that's what I've been doing this week. How about you, Crank?
This was a graduation weekend here at my college town. So my shows were, my karaoke shows were completely ridiculous all week, starting with Tuesday. There were probably, 250 people crammed into a place that only holds about 150 people. The next night, there were probably 300 people in a place that holds about 180 people. It was stupid, but I survived. I got some of the weirdest compliments in my life from students. One of which I think I already told the Colonel on Thursday. He was just like, hey, I appreciate we've been coming to your shows for 2 or 3 years now, and I appreciate how encouraging you are to most people while still being able to call them an asshole at the same time. And I was like, is that a compliment? And he goes, oh, absolutely. And I'm like, I'm going to take that as a compliment regardless.
Yeah.
It was very strange.
Backhanded, but hell. I mean, yeah.
Well, no, he's absolutely right. I 9 times out of 10, if somebody's acting like an asshole, I'm going to call them an asshole, regardless who they are. If it's somebody I know, if it's somebody I don't know. But yeah, it happens.
But yeah, it's pretty much, how it goes. When they do it, Frank's got to do it.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Yep.
Crowd says, what?
Asshole.
Indeed.
Exactly.
We got Tanya in the house. We got Tyrone. We got Tarek, Stacy Lynn.
That's Curse Your Luck champion, Tarek.
I know. Have you gotten him lined up, by the way?
Well, that's the thing. I was gonna throw that out there tonight because I haven't heard from anybody, and we got to order these fucking things. So
yeah, message them.
Yeah, this weekend was a little busy, obviously, but we'll get on that now. Like I said, I'm past everything.
You couldn't do anything Tuesday to Thursday or Tuesday to
No, I was gearing up for the weekend. Believe me, I would have.
Mm-hmm.
Kiara's here, says our 3 Musketeers of Horror. Thank you very much. Patricia is checking in from the Lamb of God and Megadeth concert. I know she's probably not here anymore, but thanks for checking in. Seth is here.
Yes.
He has a good question.
I knew he'd see that Carpenter post. He's like, oh, yes. And I still owe him. I'm going to do it, too, because he's got the whole thing on his page where he ranked all the Halloweens, Friday the 13th, and, all in order, So, I mean.
Oh, man.
The
big 3?
The big 3. But I even think I would add the Phantasms into mine. So I'm going to do that just to one-up you, man. I raise, okay? But it's coming. I'm going to have the whole thing, and then we'll go from there. But, yeah, welcome, Seth. Welcome, buddy.
Before we get too far into it, I want to mention Patricia's. She says, The Thing is my jam. That's right. We're going to be talking about our top 5 John Carpenter films here in a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are films.
So
we're broadening the horizons a little bit more tonight than usual.
Right.
They don't have some questions.
Horror.
I have some questions too. Like once we get through our lists, like one of them being, should John Carpenter return to horror and do another horror film? That's going to be one of my questions. And then why? Of course.
Why is there still a spoiler?
Well, just saying. I want him to think about it. I want him to just spit out some gobbledygook. I want a fucking thought out answer because I have one, but I've been thinking about it all week. So
I haven't. So you're going to gabagool answer.
Well, that's what you get this then.
Well, the member that shall be referred to as huge asshole tonight, still banned from Facebook at least. He says, "We got tornadoes up here tonight, Crank."
Yes,
Good
sir.
luck.
Damn.
Good luck, sir. That's all I could say to you right now. Good luck. Hopefully they are miles and miles away. Carrie Yates. Hey, beautiful people. Hello, Carrie.
Across the pond, baby.
That's right.
We always have to mention.
Oh, yeah. Here's Seth's question you were asking about. Are you guys just listing the top 5 of Carpenter's horror stuff, or are you opening up to any and all of his filmography? Any and all of it. Comedies are included. Sci-fi is included. Romantic.
Yep. Number 1 on my list, spoiler, the Buddy Holly story.
Yep. I was going to say rock and roll biopics are included. But I believe just directed films, right?
That's what I did.
That's what I did.
Yeah. All right. Raymond's leaving his list for now, and he'll be. I guess he'll watch later. Tarek laughing about. I appreciate that you were both encouraging and insulting. Yeah, that's me. There's Flet Lives. What's up, Flet?
What's
John Wood is in the house.
Hey,
Rachel. Happy Monday, guys. And I think we're almost. Yep. And BK is in the
there
house.
he is. Yeah, BK, you got to pick your prints on vileconsumption.com so I can get them ordered. So take a look.
Well, it's not vileconsumption.com, though. I gotta.
Yeah, but if you Google that, it takes you to the same place.
Right. Yeah. And Hugh adds, I don't have a top 5 list of Carpenters because they constantly change. Yes.
What did me and Colonel were discussing before this, and how this is exactly the fact, and I expect this with most lists out there, these could change by day in your mood. It's like that. It just is with the Carpenter stuff.
Yep.
It is. It's so many good ones.
There
So
are.
many fucking movies. It's like fuck.
And let me get to this part. Thanks to our members, our final girls and guys, Corey, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Luke, S. Michael, Patricia, Tanya, and Tyrone. And, of course, also thanks to our crazy Ralphs, Angelo and Raymond, and our camp counselors, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Kiara, and Dave.
Oh, woo! Yeah.
All right. Well, one last thing I want to bring up before getting into our list. I wanted to pay an acknowledgement to the 42nd anniversary of Friday the 13th. That is today, May 9th, 1980 is when it debuted in theaters. I cannot thank Sean Cunningham, Victor Miller, that movie enough, because if it wasn't for that movie being put out on this day 42 years ago, there wouldn't have been the chain of events that occurred that led to Friday the 13th, the game being put out 5 years ago, almost to this day, 5 years ago, I believe. And then basically leading to this show, meeting these guys, meeting you guys out there, and doing this show. None of it would have happened if it wasn't for the original Friday the 13th. Obviously, we based our name, Death Curse Society, on that movie. We met playing the game. The idea of this show was born during the game. And 2 of my best friends in the world are right here. And another one is in the comments quite regularly. Actually, a few of you are in the comments quite regularly.
Yeah,
and
man.
I thank you to Friday the 13th for that. Ziggy, you want to add anything on to that?
I was just going to say that is so deep, man. I started thinking that I'm going to demand. I'm going to demand to know what strand you're smoking on and hook me up, man, because, wow. I mean, and I wanted to add on, I was thinking the whole time, perhaps maybe we should go all the way and make it themed tonight and thank John Carpenter, whom Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller ripped off from Halloween to write Friday the 13th, which led to the game coming out, which led and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because we literally thought that far, that deep into it. Like, you know what?
You know what?
I don't know. Frank made it sound like it was the coming of the fucking apocalypse. Like, this had happened, this had happened, this had happened.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that started that chain of events. And if you want to go back to Halloween and John Carpenter, sure. But then you got to go back to what inspired him.
Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock.
In The Town That Dreaded Sundown. So, you got to go. Thank you. That's all I can say.
You got to go balls deep on that one. I don't know if anybody's up for it.
That was pretty good, man. That's not a run of the mill stupid kind of start to the show. That's pretty fucking deep. Nicely done, Frank, man.
Dude, I love Mondays, and I love this show, and I love talking to the fans. And 5-6 years ago, I would have never thought about doing anything like this. It didn't ever cross my mind. I had people talking to me about what I did locally, doing that as like a local show, but I couldn't. I really didn't see putting in the effort on that. I met you guys. Somebody made an offhanded comment. I had stopped doing everything that I was doing at the time previous, and it germinated for about a week, and I was ready to go. So, Colonel, jump in, add something on that.
Man. Yeah, he did all that, and then I was just like, you're doing it. I was like, oh, okay. You know, I'm many words. Sure, okay, that's fine. It's funny that he loves Mondays. But boy, did he fucking hate Friday Night Frights, what led into Monday Maniacs first. I pissed him off. It's like, you're doing it, I don't care. Just do it. We're doing it live.
I didn't like the idea at first. I was just like, Fridays.
This sounds hard, yeah.
I might be working Fridays.
This is one time I haven't worked in 2 fucking years. There's 2 months I was stuck in the fucking house on lockdown because schools and daycares are closed. And I had 2 kids I had to take care of. I was like, I need something to do, man. So fuck it. Be there, cool. If not, that's cool too, man. I don't know. I'm doing it.
I showed up.
Yeah.
Your credit, you showed up.
And acknowledged right away, like, wow, that was really not what I thought it was going to be. That was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I would like to do another Friday Night Frights eventually, but I ain't going to fucking happen because I have to work every Saturday.
Well, but this Friday, we are, since it is the anniversary of Friday the 13th game, we are going to stream, and it's a Friday the 13th mostly. That's why we're doing it. We are going to do a late night stream of us playing maybe some Friday, but more than likely we're going to be playing the new Evil Dead the game. So make sure
a late night stream, or I was kind of hoping for like late evening stream because
I can't leave my job till 7:30, but I only live 2 minutes away. So
like this time, like 8 or 8.
I was like 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
You say late night. I think it's usually when you guys wake me up while I'm sleeping. Anybody game at night? Like midnight. I'm like, dude, I can't do that.
And we're gonna do Evil Dead, man. But I think it's the first fucking day, there could be launch problems, there could be technical issues, the servers could crash like Friday did when it came out 5 years ago. And in that case, we'll probably go do some Friday too. But we never done this in a while, so
I still got to figure out some glitches to figure out how to do it. So
at least we can be out there. Well, you guys can be out a little early to try to figure it out because the game drops at 10 a.m. So,
well, I mean, I just need to figure out this part of it, the streaming part. So we'll get there. Anyway,
I got one more thing before we do our list because I teased this and we're not going to let it go. I'm doing something for the first time ever live on the air, I guess. Well, just give you a little bit of a little backstory. Boys were in town for Horror Hound. Me and Crank went to the largest liquor store in America. And there's a beer there. We're like, I kind of like to taste that. Sounds gross, but the name is fucking sweet.
Oh, that one.
I stopped today after work and got me a 6-pack of Sweet Baby Jesus. The chocolate peanut butter porter from Dewclaw Brewing Company in Baltimore, Maryland. Fuck the Ravens, go Bengals. I'm going to try it live on the air. I've been thinking about this shit for almost 2 months now. I have to try it.
Frank, was that the most disappointing surprise we've ever had on this show?
As a matter of fact, it was.
No, the disappointing thing is you kept talking about that goddamn Father Thomas figure. Smells
Touche.
good.
What's it smell like?
I don't know. It's hard. It doesn't really smell chocolatey or peanut buttery. So let's find out.
All right.
Sweet baby Jesus. This kind of tastes like fucking coffee.
It's so good, it's making his camera go out of focus.
And I'm chugging because it's not very good.
You better have a world championship belch after that.
I kind of do.
As he mutes himself. All right. Good God, Colonel.
That's gross.
That was bad, huh?
So let me ask you, what was worse, the honeycomb beer or the peanut butter and jelly chocolate mess you just drank?
These are honeycomb beers. There's no way I could chug that like I did that one. No.
So it is official. Sweet baby Jesus is bad.
Yeah, it tastes like fucking coffee.
Well, but if you don't know we're talking about the beer, that's going to come off really wrong.
The Sweet Baby Jesus beer. I should not have given them a fucking plug. Oh,
I don't think this really counts as a plug anymore.
no. Fuck, I got 5 more of those fuckers, man.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, good for you. Save them for FaZe and I when we come back in.
Yeah, when you guys come back in town, like, hey, Colonel, you got any beer? But yeah, I got some peanut butter chocolate shit in the back of the fridge if you want it. It tastes like coffee. That's a good coffee, Joey. No, it's not.
Coffee Joe.
Wow. All right. Well, that was interesting. Let's see if anybody.
No.
And no one gives a shit about that beer.
No.
I mainly want to do it for you guys, especially you, Crank, because we were talking about it. Like, by that name alone, I've got to try it.
Oh, I almost bought a 6er of that night, but I was just like, nah, I better stick to what I know. So, Hugh, yes, we are going to do the Evil Dead game. If you've got the PS4 or PS5, let us know. Jump on and join us.
It's going to be a complete embarrassment.
For a donation of $25.
We're going to be awful. We're going to be awful at it.
We will be joining them within the first 5 seconds of the game. We will be totally Necronomic. We'll be demons. We're no way we're going to survive. Ain't going to work.
Ash.
He also says, let's get the Texas Chainsaw going when it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be playing that too. Mm-hmm. And also another one that we're looking forward to this year, although it's not until October, I think, is Sons of the Forest. We're looking forward to that one. So
the problem is we still even haven't got a console release date. We don't even know if it's coming to the PS4 yet.
Right.
Is it so hard to get a PS5? I've quit looking.
I'm on every fucking email list you could think of.
You're waiting. I keep getting. I got
a gamer out of the three of us. I play more than 2 or 3 games. I gotta have it.
I've got one in, but he's just shaking his head like, nope, don't even bother asking. Ain't happening yet. I'm thinking that all the employees are going to get dimed up first before any of the loose ones get out to the public through the back door anyway.
Right.
Without paying the eBay price.
Yeah, I'm not paying more than retail. Oh, you can get one on eBay for $1,000 easy.
Yeah. Anybody that does that gets one of those. Or one of these.
Fuck you.
There you go. All right. Well, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, so correct me if I'm wrong on this, I think it's Zigzag that goes first on this list. Is that right?
Are you like never on the list to go first?
I went first.
Did he? I know Colonel went first last time.
I thought I went first last time.
Did you? Yeah. Great.
I don't know.
Right. We need a script handler in this motherfucker. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go first this time. I mean, because
it's fine.
Because I thought Colonel went first last time, which meant I thought I went first the time before that. But if it's my turn, I'll go first. Fuck it, I don't care. I'll be the Thunder.
All the Thunder, so Zach has nothing to say.
Well,
plenty to say, man.
I'm not stealing much thunder, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I love me some Carpenter. I can go 2 hours by myself with this one. I won't.
We'll be carrying on a little bit about this, but yeah, definitely. I know Raymond's already thrown his list in there. I think Carrie is working on hers.
Seth threw one out.
Seth threw one out.
Put them up. Oh, yeah.
we'll get to your list here in a moment. I'll start. Fine. Top 5 John Carpenter films, and yes, I stuck with just the ones he directed. He may have written them as well, but I was focused on the ones he directed. And most of them are horror. Yeah. But, yeah. So, first off, he did one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. Number 5 is Christine. I think this is one of the better, especially 80s Stephen King adaptations. Some of the recent things that have been coming out over the last 10 years or so have been good too. But there was a period in the 90s that Stephen King adaptations were not that great. But this one I loved a lot back in the day. I watched it all the fucking time. And really enjoy it. I know they're remaking it soon, which I'm not looking forward to, but we'll see.
Yeah, you know what? The more I see on that Firestarter fucking one, man, it makes me just go.
It's cringy. The
yeah,
trailer,
that's right.
Cringy.
But we'll do it. We'll do it. It's due diligence, and at least it's free on Peacock. So, well, not free, but you know.
Yeah. But yes, number 5 for me on John Carpenter list is Christine. Number 4. This one's a trip, man. I've always really dug it. Probably, in my opinion, John Carpenter's last great movie, In the Mouth of Madness. So fucking good. Just a twisted mindfuck of a movie. And I love the fact that it's kind of based on Stephen King, even though it's not. You know, the character Sutter Kane is obviously a throwback.
Do you read Sutter Kane?
Exactly. The use of, I mean, even the artwork of the paperback books kind of mirrors what Stephen King's books looked like back in late 80s, early 90s. I've always liked books about writers also. So weird, go figure. So this one always struck with me a little bit, and it's just a fun mindfuck of a movie.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me is my first, let's say, escape from horror. It's Escape from New York. Yeah, thank you.
Lame, it didn't deserve that.
I know. I regret that rim shot. I will stiff him on the next one. My bad.
Thank you.
Again, this is one of those movies I had on beta tape and watched all the fucking time. Back before VHS, we had a VHS anyway. I had a bootleg copy of this and watched this all the goddamn time. It was just fascinating. Kurt Russell was a huge star in the mid and late 80s and jumped ahead with this. In my eyes, this was one of the first ones that really got my attention from him. And Donald Pleasance's role in it is great. Adrienne Barbeau's in it. The story is cool. The fact that it's in the future, but it's really just 1997, so it wasn't that far away. I thought that was kind of an interesting twist, because a lot of times the things that were set in the future in the 80s were, 100 years in the future or 1,000 years in the future, So it was just a fun movie. And Snake Plissken, I will say to this day, still one of the greatest film characters of all time.
Anti-hero.
It's unfortunate what they did to him in the sequel, but, the original movie.
Carpenter, man, don't count.
That's my number 1. Well, don't be fucking with LA, man.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. I know you're lying there. But yeah, Escape from New York, number 3. Number 2, probably the one that started it all for a lot of us, but not my number 1, Halloween. Where is it? There it goes. All right. First time I saw this, I was just mesmerized just by the fact that it was such a simple film. There wasn't a lot of blood. The scares were organic. This movie felt like something that could legitimately happen in your backyard. And that's what made it terrifying, because I was the age of those kids that were being babysat when I first saw this. And I had babysitters that looked and dressed like that. Yeah. So that connection, I guess, really stuck with me. And I was one of those weird kids that once I found a movie that I liked, I went and found other movies by that director, especially at the video store, and started like watching their back catalog. And this was the one that made me find Escape from New York. This is the one that made me find many other things that he had done, you know, around the same time that I wouldn't normally have gone to see. So, yeah, Halloween, number 2 for me. Honorable mentions, you got to throw The Fog in there. That's just a great one. Again, it was another one that I watched on repeat a lot when I was younger. I think I've grown out of it a little bit, or I did grow out of it for a little bit. I came back to love it again recently after seeing it just a few years back. Still a great horror movie front to beginning. It's one of those classically structured, well-written horror movies. What?
Can't even get it in the top fucking 5, man.
You knew that was going to get on his last nerve, not being in your top 5.
Yeah, because I'd never heard of that movie.
No, it's not in my top 5. But
let's be honest, we all know the 2005 remake is far superior than the original.
Number 6, Ziggy. Number 6. Isn't that what you always say?
Is that what I say? But there,
Number 6.
there it is. It's beyond number 6 here. It's an honorable mention. It does not compute. But as we say here, there are no wrong lists. So proceed, sir. I will try to hold my angst.
Hold it till the end.
Just because you're not a Stephen King fan, that's why it's in your top 5, possibly. We'll see. We'll see when we get to your list. I can't remember your list right now. So, another honorable mention for me, Big Trouble in Little China. Again, just another fun Kurt Russell escapade, fun fucking movie. And if you haven't seen that in a while, it's still 80s cheese, but it still works. And this one might be kind of a curveball for some of you. Uh-oh.
It's already been hit with 2 curveballs, goddammit. You better throw me a fucking forcing heater. I don't catch on to your fucking all-speed shit.
Village of the Damned is my last honorable mention. One of the last movies of Christopher Reeve's career. That may be why it stuck with me, because he had his horse riding accident shortly thereafter, paralyzed, became useless after that. Poor guy. And that may be why this one stuck with me, but I also like creepy-ass kids. And this one had the creepy-ass kids. Definitely not Carpenter's best work.
It had the touch, though.
You could definitely find that Carpenter touch in it, yes. Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that.
Oh.
And my number 1... Yeah. Calm down. You'll get
I'm sick over here, man.
Boo! Oh, it's not the fog. Yeah, no. Sorry. And my number 1
when he talks about Mike Flanagan or Stephen King.
That's what you guys are sounding like right now. Go fuck yourself. My number 1, it's already been mentioned by Patricia, I believe, but one of the greatest horror films of all time. Absolutely one of the greatest sci-fi horror films of all time. I don't care if you're an Alien fan or not. That's cool if you are. But The Thing, in my opinion, far tops everything that Carpenter did. The mood was there. The setting was there. The film, the cinematography was there. The music was fucking there. The graphics, the special effects were on fucking par. They were just top fucking notch. They were just right for this movie. And there's not a whole lot bad that you can say about this movie. I love that claustrophobic feel of this film. And I love when it snows in my neck of the woods in America. I will sit down and watch this almost every time it snows. Maybe not every time, but the first time it snows every year. Let's put it that way. And The Thing has always been one of those that's I can watch anytime. Like, I just love it. And I love introducing it to people that haven't seen it. And I got a chance to do that with somebody 6 months ago, and they fucking loved it. They were like, wow, this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be based on the fact that it's from 40 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Well, that's why I've been trying to get you to watch it for 3 years. So,
well, there you go.
My number one, my top 5.
I begrudgingly give you the
You can begrudging these nuts. How about that?
These nuts.
These
nuts.
That's fine because there is enough work here to where a list could be jumbled up and still be cool. So it's fine.
Feel free to deconstruct my list. Your only complaint is that the fog isn't in the top 5. It's one thing away, and you're like, no.
You may be surprised at where if the fog shows up on my list. Yeah, right. Where it might be.
Oh, shit.
1 or 2.
It's probably going to be like the top 3 spots, like all of them. Like number 1, the fog. Number 2, the fog. Number 3, the fog.
It's good enough for that. I will say that.
Actually, while you deconstruct my list, I'm going to look at yours real quick and see where. Okay, that's what I thought. That's where I thought it was.
Yeah.
A sneak peek.
Let's get some of those lists that have been popping up there.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me hit a couple of these comments.
Yeah.
Carrie is asking about, is that the one that David Arquette, I think you mean David Larroquette from Night Court, did the voiceover for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the movie?
John Larroquette,
yes.
Now, to be fair, though, David Arquette isn't necessarily doing a voiceover. He's acting in the new video game coming out in June called The Quarry.
Right.
I'll throw that one out there, too. Give David Arquette a fucking plug.
There we go.
Quarry. That's another game that, I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And then it were like $75. I was like, pass.
She's only $60 for the PS4 edition.
60? I must have been looking at a collector edition or something.
Or the PS5 games are 70.
Maybe that was.
Oh, Jesus. Carrie also says, thank you for keeping me company on my last Monday as a 43-year-old. Happy birthday, Carrie.
Yep. Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Let's see here. Hugh Jassol says Ghost of Mars was a weird movie. Anthrax did the soundtrack. Yeah. I love parts, but I don't know where it stands in his filmography. Colonel, where would you haven't done your list yet. We can't do that.
Nope.
I'm not sure Ghost of Mars. Yeah, I'll say this. I'm not sure Ghost of Mars would even be in my top 10. And
I'll give you my opinion on it. I mean, having not done my list yet, but this is the point where Carpenter started to get lazy. It was losing that. There was a tangible feeling of anything he touched that he shot. This did not have that. Now I get it; they were trying to do something else, and this was supposed to be something else. Wasn't this supposed to be Escape from Mars? And Kurt Russell was like, "No fucking way," right. And then they changed it.
Well, I think most self-respecting actors would have read that script and been like, "Oh no, I'm not doing that." That's why they got Ice Cube and Natasha.
Well, I can give my opinion on what Zag's done.
Okay. I was just gonna say, once Kurt Russell was out, but I tried to watch it with that in mind. Like, this is supposed to be an Escape from New York movie, but none of that remains. You can't see any of it. I don't even know if it was there to begin with, or if it just, to me, I think Kurt Russell thought this is going to be another fucking LA. I'm not fucking doing it, man. We already tarnished that character enough.
Right. I already surfed my way through LA as Snake Plissken. I'm not doing that on top of a train that's supposed to be on Mars.
No.
Spoiler
alert, this is not on my list. But I did watch it for research for this.
I watched it recently too.
Jesus Christ, it is fucking bad. Like, you can tell Ice Cube is still learning to fucking act, even though he was way better than Friday. They came out like 6 years prior to this fucking movie. Natasha Henstridge looked fucking great. I can't say her last name. She looked fucking great, but still can't act. We all know it, obviously.
She got a couple of things for her, but not her acting.
Yeah. I enjoy looking at her. I just mute her. And I'm like, Then when she got done talking, I'm muted. Totally wasted Jason Statham with his fucking awesome kung fu fucking moves. It was just a bad fucking movie, man. It's bad.
And I love the fact that some of their fight scenes were choreographed so badly that they had to slow them down, like the film, so they didn't look so bad.
See, that's something he never did like that.
Exactly. But no,
movies have one of the best fight scenes of all fucking time.
That's not done that way, though.
No,
never goes into slow motion during that. That's brilliant.
No, but isn't there some slow motion shots in Big Trouble fight scenes?
I just think they got those long kung fu where they're flying through the air going, yeah! You like that and shit, So, yeah.
Well, it wasn't slow motion, though. It was going fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's not tarnish that one either. That one is also wonderful.
Yeah. Tarek says, yes, 90s King adaptations were pretty much summarized with Lawnmower Man. That and the TV movies. Some of the TV movies were great. I loved Rose Red. The Shining, I need to go back and watch the Shining TV movie again, but I did not like it when it first came out.
The remake was trash. This is the remake, I mean. They did another one. Remember the other TV one? Yeah, it's so forgettable. You forgot it came and went. It was horrible.
There were a string, though, of TV miniseries that they did in the 90s. And the only one that I really dug was Rose Red, I think. That was one that I really liked a lot.
And the Warriors was the shit.
Carrie's my favorite Stephen King adaptation. I had to pick one.
Kiara says, of course, Halloween is on her list. Christine was fun to watch. And she recently just got around to watching The Fog and really enjoyed that. There we go. You converted somebody, Ziggy.
No, I didn't.
Don't give him fucking credit for all of it. Fuck that. His ego's going to get even fucking bigger. He'll float off the screen. I don't know.
Tarek says, I absolutely love that it was a hit piece on Stephen King and yet a send-up as well. Lawnmower Man? Yeah, that.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. The first one?
Oh, that was such a bad movie, dude.
Oh, the computer fucking, they didn't know what they were doing with the CGI back then. So, I mean, that's what is funny about it. It makes it look really, really trashy. The story is all right. But that one, keep it in the book, man.
You need to do something about this. Tarek says, I know a lot about it, but honestly, I haven't watched The Thing.
It's definitely worth, just to get.
So I guess I have to.
Yeah, just to know it. Yeah, you have to, man. Just to know it and to see tension done in a claustrophobic way like that. And then something about the cold adds to that fucking whole thing, that whole element to it. And you feel it, man. You're going to put a coat on while you're watching The Thing.
And I'll tell you right now, Kurt Russell's hat, cherry on top.
Just Kurt Russell's character again in that is great.
But the story, dude, everybody is exhausted and everyone suspects everybody, and that cast is brilliant.
That pays off, man.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, haven't heard anything yet, but Whorehound September, 40th anniversary, The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, they're popping up.
Kurt Russell, but damn, they can pull in Carpenter.
If they pull Carpenter, it's a Grand Slam game-winning playoff World Series win.
Yeah, they pull Carpenter. Fuck DCS. I'm going full-blown civilian, and I'm jumping in that line for fucking Carpenter to get that autograph.
Are you kidding me? It'll be $125 for that one. I don't give a fuck. Minimum.
If Carpenter is there, I'm bringing an actual check, and I'll be like, so I heard you'll do any kind of film stuff for a check, right? So I brought one. How much to do a DCS ID for us?
Wow, that's pretty good.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, that's a good angle. I like that.
Kiara's been binge watching Freddy's Nightmares on Tubi. Her next goal is to watch The Thing. Good.
Well, make sure you watch
it.
Season 2, episode 11, when you're watching your Freddy's Nightmares, because apparently that is the one.
That episode is the shit.
And I'm telling you right now, since I can watch it, I'm have time to do my review for it.
Oh, baby.
Because I can speak freely about it. I don't have to try to be nice.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Hey, he moved on, man. It's all right.
Seth said, well, he got his review.
He got his review.
That was one of the things we predicted was if we give him his review, he'll fucking leave us the fuck alone.
Oh, no. He turned on us when he started asking for an autographed Daniel Harris photo. Like we were just going to, take care of this and make it happen.
I did find it hilarious that we gave one away, though, as a prize.
And we got one. Then we got one anyway, but we gave it away to someone who deserved it.
Seth says, I did a ranking of all 23 films directed by Carpenter, including the TV films, and Ghost of Mars is way down towards the bottom. It's not the bottom? Curious, what would be worse?
There's the Ward.
That's what I mean. The Ward's got to be right there. That's the one where he completely fucking mailed it in, man, and just... I think someone just gave him a check to show up and sit in the director's chair, and he just sat there playing Angry Birds or whatever the fuck, man. And oof.
Oh, Tarek says a hit piece comment was about Mouth of Madness. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh. I know. That's what I was talking about too, but I'd seen your previous Lawnmower Man comment. So
let's see some of their list, man.
He says, I got to be more verbose with stream delay. The Mouth of Madness was basically, fuck you, Stephen King. Also, I love you. Yeah. And Seth asked, have you guys done a top 5 Stephen King adaptations? That would be interesting. No, because these guys don't want to do it.
I've read all of them, dude, and then I've seen them all. So, I mean...
I've seen enough to give you a fucking top 5 honorable mentions.
Top 5 honorable mentions?
That would be also... I think that would be difficult, really. I mean, there's a bunch of things that I would... Cat's Eye would be one I would be considering. I mean, that'd be way down the list, but...
Well, my list would be so different than your guys' though, because these
are
come out by the time I started watching them. It'd be fucking Sleepwalkers and fucking...
God damn it, Seth. God damn it, Seth.
Or anything.
Fucking Seth, man.
Hey, it's been on our topics.
Yeah, it's on the list
for 2 years now, I think.
Well, that's why we didn't do Carpenter.
God damn it.
That's why we didn't do the Carpenter, because we thought we'd already done it. And then we were like, hey, wait a minute. There's nothing here that is this directed filmed, I mean, okay, we did soundtracks. I think that's where the confusion came.
No, we did all the Halloween films, and I think we probably talked about some of Carpenter's other films during that. But
top 5 Romero, goddamn it.
Yeah. Night of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, it's better. It's more than just Dawn of the Dead, goddamn it.
Crazies, Monkey Shines, Dead Ringers, come on.
The Crazies would be his Ghost of Mars.
Even the amusement park.
Amusement park.
Amusement park.
Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead.
Dude, that one got me, man. I was
crazy. What the fuck's wrong with you? Was the other one Survival of the Dead?
Survival of the Dead? That was better
than Survival of the Dead.
Yeah.
You can make a list.
That was better than the Crazies. All right. Raymond says he's got to get up for work at 4. So his list: number 5, They Live; number 4, Christine; number 3, The Fog; number 2, Halloween; 3.
Well, directed by Rick. Yeah, that's that other cat directed that.
Right.
That we just met.
Right.
That guy.
But Carpenter co-wrote it at least, didn't he?
Well, he executive produced and he wrote it with Deborah Hill. So yes.
Okay, we'll let it count.
We'll let it slide.
And number 1, Halloween. Have a good night, all. He'll watch the replay.
See you, man.
Later, Raymond.
List. Uh-oh.
I'm just looking. I'm not frozen.
No, I had
There it
had
is.
like a huge meatball dinner, like half hour before we came on the air. So processing. Oh, here he comes.
All right,
There it
here's
is.
Seth's list. Assault on Precinct 13 at number 5. Wow, number 4, Halloween. Number 3, The Thing. Number 2, The Fog. And number 1, In the Mouth of Madness. All right. These guys will completely disagree with 80% of that.
No.
I can disagree with number 4, but
You can disagree. You wouldn't put In the Mouth of Madness at number 1 either.
No, but it's definitely there somewhere.
I do like the fact that Assault on Precinct 13 was mentioned.
Yeah, it's good.
It's not bad for especially when it was made and what it was. So, Carrie's list: Halloween 1 and 2, The Fog, Assault on Precinct 13, and Elvis.
Elvis. Yep.
Gotta get the Elvis love.
We'll let you slide on that one too. But Halloween 2, directed by Rick Rosenthal, but also written, executive produced, and co-wrote by John Carpenter, Deborah Hill.
Right.
So we're okay. Same thing.
Let's see. There was another list somewhere. There it is.
Another one.
Another one. BK's list. Number 5, Big Trouble in Little China. Number 4, Escape from New York. Number 3, The Fog. Number 2, Christine. Tie for part number 2, Christine and The Thing. Number 1, Assault on Precinct 13. Oh, and then he says Halloween is 1.5. So you got like a top 7. Okay.
Yeah, right. That's fine.
All right. That
counts.
All right. We've done that before too, so.
Yep, it's fine.
All right. And let me see. Tarek says, you know what you should do? Top 5 Stephen King adaptations that haven't happened, but should.
I'd call off sick that night.
That would require. I mean, I could get into that a lot, but I mean, because he's the whole a lot of things that haven't been done in Night Shift yet, and there's a ton, man, of untapped resources for Stephen King.
So you guys grew up reading Stephen King, man. When I was real heavy into reading, once I outgrew like the R.L. Steins and stuff, for me it was Bentley Little. That's my Stephen King. Like I've read almost everything that guy's fucking ever written.
Which one?
Bentley Little.
Oh,
love
I love Dean Koontz, and I love who's the other cat? Of course Brian Lumley, man. That Necroscope series, fucking amazing. Still waiting on that series.
The only thing that I'm kind of pissed off that hasn't been, well, it has been done, but not well. And it was going to be, I think Ron Howard and his company, Imagine Entertainment, had their claws in it for a little bit, but the deal fell through. They were going to do a series of TV and films kind of combined to do the Dark Tower series. And if they were able to pull that off, that would have been fucking amazing. I think they were going to start with one film and then do like a 4 or 5 year television series and then wrap it up with a final film.
Yeah, because once they fell through with him, didn't they rush out that horrible film?
No, that came out short. That came out a few years before, and that was one of the reasons why somebody else came along and was just like, "Hey, we need to really redo this.
Yeah.
We need to rethink this." All right, S. Michael's got a list here. Number 5, Starman. Hell yeah.
There it is.
Number 4, They Live. Number 3, Prince of Darkness. Number 2, Halloween. Number 1, The Thing. Carpenter is like the Led Zeppelin of horror. I don't like a lot of his stuff, but the stuff that's good is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Interesting way to put it.
It's kind of the point, though. I mean, as the further he went, the worse it gets, or the less he cared, it seems. And then.
So I guess he'd be horror's version of Metallica.
No, there you go.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, but they had a resurgence, though. They did come back a little. Like Death Magnetic's pretty good. I mean, back to the metal roots and stuff like that. So if Carpenter did something like that, yeah, I'm all for it. And captures it a little bit, yes.
True. Hardwire Self-Destruct was pretty fucking good, too. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really dug Death Magnetic. And
it's got some good tracks on them, both.
St. Anger was loads of fucking gets.
But sadly, it seems Carpenter's like this now.
That's my favorite kind of remake, is to extend my hand and receive a check for doing nothing.
You went out and looked for that while we were talking, weren't you?
Been working on some stuff on the side here. I'm I can multitask. I'm good at that.
Jackass. John reminds us that Tommy Lee Wallace.
That's it.
Halloween 3.
Just met him.
Think guy like Tommy Lee Wallace. Tommy Lee Wallace, come on, Zach. You can remember.
I couldn't get it, dude. Again, man, copious amounts of pot here. Give me a break. Look at my name, for fuck's sake. It's Zigzag.
All we had to do was toss a piece of pizza. You would take a bite. You would be like, Tommy Lee
Oh,
Wallace.
yeah. Tommy Lee
It would
Wallace.
have came right to you.
TL. I knew he had 3 fucking names, too, and I was just going, God damn it, I can't think of it.
Here's Seth's bottom of his list. Masters of Horror, Pro-Life is his least favorite, followed by The Ward, and then Dark Star, and then Ghost of Mars. Oof.
Hard to argue with that, man. I always line up with Seth when some of his stuff, man. When I look at their lists over there, that's the ones that I'm like, yeah, he's the guy I would, that's simpatico kind of stuff,
Yeah, out of that group, yeah, I can agree with that. I agree with Seth's rankings and list a lot more than the other.
I match up better with his, out of the group. So yeah, we got all our lists up. What do we got?
It says assault terrified me as a kid because I thought it was happening down the street from me because it was supposed to be in Detroit. It's funny how we think about things like that as kids. I never really connected that as well, but not movies anyway, because I never thought they were happening live. But I remember seeing like a music video for a Duran Duran song way back in the day, and it was released like a couple weeks after they had played some big venue in Oklahoma. And I was like, oh, I remember thinking for years, oh, well, they must have filmed that in Oklahoma. And then found out later, no, they didn't. But here's one more list, I think.
One more.
Sean Williams says, number 5, Escape from New York.
Yes.
Number 4, Village of the Damned. Number 3, Christine. Number 2, The Thing. And number 1, Halloween.
I got to give it to that list, man. I like that one.
They all been good lists. They put no wrong list except for Frank's.
Really? You're gonna? Oh, that one doesn't even have a fucking fog on it, you guys. Fuck, both of you. We're moving on. Colonel, you want to do a list?
About time. It's falling asleep in my fucking seat over here.
Asshole!
You're always falling asleep about this time, so fuck.
I know. That's why I hit my fucking wall, man.
I can still see his eyes. So I mean, we're good. Unless he slammed that peanut butter and jelly beer, he's going to be up for it.
Peanut butter jelly. Read it again.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus. Peanut butter and chocolate porter. God damn, it's just fucking gross. I want to take it to work tomorrow, man. Just start handing one out to people doing that. Here you go, man.
This portion of Death Curse Society brought to you by Sweet Baby Jesus, the best beer on the market.
Yeah, sweet baby Jesus.
Every time you stick the candle in the camera, though, we can't read it because you got the fucking glare.
I know.
Well, his big Shrek thumbs covering the thing too. So I mean,
deal with it. Deal with the glare. Hold on, let me turn off the glare. Is that better? It looks fucking awful.
Ooh.
Oh, your hat went like really red there for a second. That was crazy.
Anyway, well, fuck the hat, fuck the glare. Let's get to this list.
Yeah.
Now, like me and Ziggy said, I'll be honest with you. 3 through my first honorable mention. My last honorable mention could be. It's like fucking Yahtzee. I can shake them up, throw them on there, and it's going to change every fucking time. Carpenter's just like I love his fucking movies, and I'll be honest, I did think a little too deep on list number 2 and number 3, but I ended up going with my first list, which is kind of just off the top of my head, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, it's probably the more accurate list. That's the one I'm going to submit. So coming in at number 5, Call me Snake. Escape from New York. I mean, come on, this movie's fucking badass.
That's terrible impression.
I know. Call me Snake. You know, I got the iPad show. Call me Snake.
Call me Snake.
Call me Snake.
Call me Bliskin.
Oh.
I mean, come on, man. It's Escape from New York. Who doesn't fucking love it? You know, we got fucking Isaac Hayes, man.
Well, that poster even, that was intriguing when I remember seeing, like, what the fuck is this? You know, I remember seeing that being young and going, well, it looks scary. I kind of want to go see it.
See,
Didn't see it
was, oh, you need to see the Escape from New York. Oh, I need to watch that? Okay. Putting the single posters, man. Word of mouth. Word of mouth. I mean, I really can't add too much to it in what Crank already said for most of these. Coming at number 4, here's where I get my hate. The Thing. Yes, claustrophobic.
Dumb.
The atmosphere is great. You can say dumb all you want. Special effects are fucking amazing. It's a good movie. Like I said, this could easily move up my list. But Crank can watch it anytime. I can literally only watch this in the month of fucking January or February. Like, the other 11 months out of the year, I'm not going to touch this movie. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. It's a good movie, but I only really watch it when we hit a really good cold fucking streak down here. But man, I just love that scene. Fucking dogs. That's fucking sweet. Coming at number 3, more hate from the Zigzag. The Fog.
You mean the new
man?
At least it made your main fucking list, dude.
Come on, man. This is another movie. Again, I only watch it one day out of the fucking year. April 21st. But I watch it every fucking April 21st. People celebrate 420. That's cool. I celebrate 421. To each their fucking own. But again, I'll save the love for that for Zag. I'm not going to go too deep. Coming at number 2, the first Carpenter film I remember even fucking watching. Big Trouble in Little China. Fucking love this movie, man. The first time I seen it, I was like, oh man, it's rated for Mortal Kombat. You know, I didn't make the connection. This came out before fucking Mortal Kombat. But it's the ultimate 80s cheesy fucking movie, man. Jack Burton, the shit. The Kung Fu, not bad. Characters, fucking awesome. And I can't remember his name. Fuck, man, what's his name? But I just know, you see this motherfucker in a movie. The little guy with a fucking bald up top, long hair, Fu Manchu. You know the movie's going to be fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
His name escapes me right now. I'm sure someone's
It's the guy that was on Seinfeld in the 4 more minutes to get to Chinese food table, and he keeps telling them, yeah, Seinfeld 4? That guy.
Seinfeld 4?
That's just not mildly racist or anything. So, but
telling you who he is.
You guys, you didn't write it, but that's a Big Trouble in Little China. Like I said, first Carpenter movie I ever seen. I remember seeing. I could watch this any fucking time. Like, I'll just be like, I want to watch Big Trouble in Little China. And I'll throw it in. I love it that much. Time for my honorable mentions. This is where it gets a little dicey. Especially with my first one. It's an honorable mention, not because it's good. It really isn't. But vampires. Because it had potential to be fucking really good. It had the potential. Like me, I told Crank about this for like 20 fucking minutes Thursday night. Valak is such a great fucking main villain. He has the look. He has the act. It's fucking awesome. James Woods fucking kills it in this fucking movie. Just so much potential they fucking wasted.
Dude, a Vatican-sponsored vampire hit squad. The first 25 minutes of that movie fucking rule.
Yeah, I know.
It loses its way, man.
It does. I just want to say there's so much fucking potential for vampires. It could have been so much fucking better than what it was. Like I said, James was the shit, and I didn't have time to do it. But there is a little scene the movie Taken pretty much stole the dialogue from I will find you, I will have a particular set of skills, I'll find you, and I will kill you. Vampires did it first, okay? Go back and watch that shit, you'll know what I'm talking about. But Daniel Baldwin, fucking awful. It's like, it's the 90s, man. It's like he almost had to put a Baldwin in every fucking movie. And they just drew his name on the fucking hat. Well, I guess we got fucking Daniel.
Damn it, we wanted Steven.
The fucking character arc, there's no character development at all. Let's be honest. Like I was telling Craig, it just fucking pissed me off. I'm watching this movie. He's hanging out with that fucking whore, that hooker, lady of the evening.
Cheryl Lee. from Twin Peaks, by the way.
Yeah, from Twin Peaks. That's why I didn't fucking know. I only watched the first 2 episodes.
Oh, God.
She's turning. She bites him. He just knocks the fucking shit out of her. And then he's like, why is she bruised? Oh, she fell. So like, he's madly in love with this fucking chick. It's like, come the fuck on, dude. You got to give me some story if you're going to make me fucking want to believe this. So first, he's just fucking toxic as fuck. He's just an abuser. He fucking bombed her and beat the shit out of her and love bombed her. I don't fucking know. The character development's fucking awful. And I probably give vampires too much time. But like I said, honorable mention, because it could have been a great fucking movie. It really could have. See, my next honorable mention, just off the top of my head, I know I missed Mouth of Madness and some other good ones, I'll admit. But Christine, it's a classic. It is a great Stephen King adaptation. And I really loved our reenactment at Whorehound Indy we did with the lights. That sound of shit.
God damn it. I wish I would have pulled that, man. I didn't even think about that.
You got time? Pull it.
All right.
No, he's pulling it. I'll keep talking. So I'll go to my last honorable mention, which is more or less my number 6. But it'll also be my number 5 or my number 4. They Live. I fucking absolutely love this movie. Again, Roddy Piper, Keith David, best fight scene almost in fucking cinematic history. I love the fact that South Park literally recreated it scene by scene with Jimmy and Timmy fighting. And, it's choreographed by a fucking professional wrestler, so it's going to look real, look great. And, Keith David and caught Roddy for real a couple times. He just fucking kept rolling with it, man. And what's super good about this movie, even though, like I said, not the best acting, it really isn't. The acting's pretty bad. But the fact that it stands true almost 40 years later, that message is the same, except for on TV and newspapers, obey, all that shit. It's right here on your fucking phone. You're getting the same messages.
Yeah.
Fucking insane, if you really think about it. That it was Carpenter commenting on the time, but yet it still comments the same today.
Yep. Hadn't changed.
I can't really go on much longer for that while he's digging around. So I'm just going
to go ahead, man. I can't find it anyway. So
my number 1. No. Colonel, it's the easy route. I don't care because it's one of the few absolutely perfect horror movies, in my opinion. Halloween. Crank said the organic jump scares, not a lot of blood. I know we talked about it before, but just the opening shot, Steadicam all the way through. It's fucking beautiful, man. The lighting's beautiful. What else? We've talked about Halloween enough, so there's not. You guys know where I'm at with fucking Halloween. I can't go on. I can go on and on and on about how great of a fucking movie it is. Shut up, kitty. No one cares what you think.
The cat's even tired of your bullshit.
I know. Cop out answer. I fucking know, but Dawn of the Dead, Halloween are my 2 fucking all time favorite horror films. That's my 1A and 1B, and it had to be number 1 on my list.
All right. Nice list there, Colonel.
It's uploading the Christine stuff there. But all I could find was the one I made that was a promo for our show here. So I'll give you a quick look, and then I'll cut it before it gets into all the information, because I think it's outdated. But this is what we did with the old Christine car a couple years ago.
Death Curse Society. Everything horror. Let us show you.
Well, it always cracks me up every time I see that Crank's alternative side.
Yep.
Well, I'm having to squeeze in between you guys.
Oh, dude, and there was a fucking line of people waiting to get in on that thing. We're like, do it again. We did 2. The guy fucked up the horn the first time.
And if you look, I'm like, my eyes are looking everywhere but the camera. I'm like,
and I was all about to cue you. Like, you see my hand go up, like, yeah, there you go. Do it.
Right.
Yeah, there was us with the Christine car.
Nice.
So the owner of it still didn't know what the fuck. He's like, what do you want? I was like, we're going to do like a little thing, and all you got to do is turn the lights on when we finish talking. He was like, okay. But whatever. We paid for it, so there it was.
You got it.
You got damn right.
All right. Tarek agrees with you about, yes, the poster for Escape from New York honestly made the movie even better for its time. That was genius marketing.
Right.
And he also says, what I love more about vampires is a recurring comment that Carpenter was considering Clint Eastwood. Like he was going, Clint? Nah.
That would have been, I don't know, man. I think he could have pulled it off back then. He wasn't 100 years old then either.
Yeah, that would have been a weird role for him, but. And he also says, honestly, if They Live had good acting, it would have been a worse movie.
I still dig that one a lot.
You may have a point.
Just that
you may have a point.
Man, 4, 5, or 4.
All right. Seth says there's no such thing as a bad Carpenter ranking list. I thought you just did that. Your bottom 4. His filmography has way more good movies than bad, and in my own fanboy opinion, the majority of his films are either great or good. I don't get hung up on where people place them. I haven't seen a bad list on the stream yet. All right,
no.
Fair enough. Yeah. See, assholes.
Just Cranks. Right.
If he comes back and says, except for Cranks after this, like a tag comment, I'm banning him immediately.
Time out. No, it's
nope. You're done. Very nice. Very nice. All right, Ziggy.
Oh, baby. It's finally come to this. It's finally come to this. My list, the Carpenter list. And what I did, I went right away and I banged out 8 of them right off the top of my head. And then pretty much that's it. That's it. I mean, this one was easier than a lot of these other ones have been the last few times we've done a list. But here it is. Number 5. I was brought up a Catholic in the churches like that. And so when this came out, it had a profound effect on me. Prince of Darkness. I love Alice Cooper. There he is right on the cover. He's got a little bit roll in it. He does the whole thing with the bicycle thing, the impaling, which he did on his live stage show. It was excellent. That's where that came from. But disturbing. Those visions when they're getting the broadcast from the future, that shit would give me nightmares. And, it just worked for me, man. John Pleasance is the priest. It was all good, man. I loved it. I was trying to ask Tom Atkins, although he's hard of hearing these days, if he was even considered for the role in Prince of Darkness, since they got the guy that looks just fucking like him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And but he didn't hear me. He just kind of nodded.
Well, somebody asked him about it at that last panel, though.
They did.
Yeah, and it's one that we've already released. So
yeah,
I'm shocked that you haven't seen it. But no. Yeah, somebody asked him about that, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, I was on vacation or something. I couldn't take it. God damn it, I should have taken it or something like that." Yeah,
that could have been one of those moving the camera moments too. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Not really. I'm like thinking exactly that. I'm going to watch this later when we get it edited together because I'm there's too much going on to pay attention to everything they're saying. But anyway, Prince of Darkness, number 5.
But before you move on, I guess you say Alice Cooper in this movie, he was no more Mr. Nice Guy. Sorry.
That's better than Cranks.
And also, fuck you. Fuck. By the way, Seth does say, except for Cranks, Evil died tonight.
I don't even have my weapon anymore. It's gone, so I got rid of it.
I got a 2-liter. Evil dies tonight.
If they say that one fucking time, or if they even say Halloween Kills, anything stupid like that, I'm leaving the theater. Okay?
Oh no! This is going to be like 3 years or 4 years after. So they're going to have T-shirts printed up with "Evil dies tonight."
I'm leaving.
Evil dies tonight.
I'm leaving. If that happens.
I was there when Evil died tonight, and all I got was a stupid T-shirt.
That's the next DCS shirt right there. That's it. You just heard it right here.
No, it's not the next DCS shirt.
Come on.
I am not putting my vote in for that shirt.
Oh, baby. Number 4. Wow.
Seth does say just kidding, by the way. But yeah.
I am looking at this. And again, these things could shuffle tomorrow. But for today, when I made this list, number 4, Cold, Tension, Aliens, The Thing.
What? Are you
Hey, you know how I approach these lists?
badly?
Well, in your opinion. And but I love The Thing. It's funny because I never got to see it in theaters for whatever reason. Just didn't come up, didn't work. My brother went with his friends, and I couldn't tag along for that particular weekend, whatever it was. But got to see it years later when the videos came out. However long it was in between, I don't know. That was kind of like it could have been 6 months, it could have been a year before they came out from theater to video cassette. And was amazed when we finally got to see it, and I was like, holy shit, and that obvious Carpenter feeling is all over it. But man, I think I appreciate it a lot more now than I did back then. Because I remember seeing the original of The Thing and going, I don't have any desire to see that remade, but I didn't fucking know any better at the time. Then my brother's going, oh my god, this dog's head splits in half, and this guy does a heart attack, and it bites his hands off, and I'm just going, they didn't do that in the original, So long time coming, we got to see it, and here it is at number 4 today. Number 3, we talked about it a little bit already. We saw the poster. I again didn't see this in theaters. I got it on the early cable TV we had in the early '80s. It Television, Escape from New York. And the first time I saw it, it was awesome because it was like that night they ran The Warriors, which I love too, right into Escape from New York, man. So that was my fucking Saturday night. It was cool.
Wow.
That's a good double feature right there, man.
Oh, dude.
Really good.
It got no better. That was a Saturday night with a bowl of popcorn and, man. Perfect. No. I was fucking 10 or 11, you fucking idiot. But anyways, yeah, Escape from New York, Snake Plissken, Adrian Barbeau, you got Chef in there. You got Donald Pleasance. You had Tom Atkins with a cameo. You had Lee Von Cleef. Come on, man. This is the best. And
you have Chef in there. He's
Isaac Hayes, of course. Yes.
Fuck his real name anymore. You got Chef in there.
Chef in like 20 fucking years.
God, forget the other guy. Who was Brain? Who played Brain? I forget his name all the time. Okay, let's move on. Anyway, Escape from New York.
Somebody will remind you.
It's an old guy. Like he's right there with Lance Henriksen. Like they were the guys. They would get each other's roles. The one didn't get it, the other guy got it, and he just died.
He passed away not too long ago. Yeah,
a couple of years at the most. He was an alien too. Anyway, Escape from New York, man. It's one of the better ones. Not a horror movie.
Richard Dean Anderson.
Richard Dean Anderson. Yes. Rest in peace, sir.
Before anyone commented it, I just wanted to.
Crank gets credit there.
Damn it! But I'm wrong. It's Harry Dean Stanton.
Harry Dean Stanton.
I knew it was a 3-name thing again, though.
And I'm here agreeing with him and shit. What the fuck is going on? Wrong. But the movie's great. I mean, this does not stop. The pace of this fucking thing, the tense Carpenter soundtrack, Alan Holworth, they're in there bringing it. The whole fucking story rules. The ending is sweet. And then the fucking fuck you as the tape gets ripped out that's supposed to restore peace in the world. And Snake is having none of it. I fucking love it. It's when Carpenter was building it up, man. His angst against everything. Okay. Here we go. Go ahead, Crank.
No, it's just
there you go. All right, number 2, and there's no, let's just rip the Band-Aid off, man. It's not. I did it. I didn't put it number 1. It's The Fog. Now, what? Dude, and it comes out to this. The Fog is great. It's scary. I saw The Fog as a triple feature with Phantasm and a movie called The Children, which is awful, about kids driving a bus through a nuclear cloud. They hug their parents. Their parents die a toxic, burning, acidy death. Terrible. But very cult. Very cult. But anyway, The Fog was the one they opened up with. I was fucking blown away and terrified. This is one of those ones where I was trying to blend into my seat. Just to, because I don't want to be noticed. So scary. That top of that lighthouse, when she's up there and those fucking things are coming up, that's terror. And it's something that always stuck with me. And let's face it, I got into radio because of Stevie Wayne. I mean, that's why, and I even said to her, I go, well, I'll forgive you for not having the headphones on when the microphone's open because it would be going if she did. But she's like, oh, well, back then, nobody knew that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I wasn't going to get into a fucking debate with one of my idols. You know what I'm saying? But it was fun. The Fog, man, you can't go wrong. It's scary. It's a ghost story. It's a revenge story. And Tom Atkins is in there slaying like he does. So see it if you haven't. My honorable mentions, here they come. I loved it in the movies. I went to the movies several times to see this one because I dug it so much. Big fuck you to Stephen King. In the Mouth of Madness, I do read Sutter Kane, or I would. I totally would. But just dug it, man. Dug the madness of it. It's crazy. It's the shit they got coming at you and the way it just flips from scene to scene. And you got to take a step back and go, okay, what the fuck is going on? And then it all falls in again. Brilliant. And this is like at the end of the toothpaste, you know what I mean? Where it was starting to get a little bit like spotty. It's like, the air's coming out. It's popping at you while you're, the talent is starting to run out. We no longer have Deborah Hill at this point. So, yeah. And
like I said, probably one of his last good movies.
How powerful that tandem was and why Carpenter is Carpenter. That's a whole other debate we can get into. Second honorable mention, these guys love it. I love it too. Big Trouble in Little China. I mean, he said he wanted to do a kung fu style movie. God damn, man. That's how you'd fucking do it. American style. That was in the 80s. Great. Yeah. I mean, just good. Just you walk out of there feeling positive like you had to rip off that fucking potion they all drank in the elevator there. I mean, you feel really good walking out of that.
I felt sorry for any woman with green eyes after that fucking movie.
Oh, man.
Green eyes! She's got green eyes!
What a fucking movie that was set up for a sequel that just never happened. You know what I mean? This could have been a franchise. Let's face it. This could have been a huge franchise. Jack Burton. Oh, yes.
But it didn't sell well enough to even justify a sequel.
It become a favorite for years and years later, man. I don't know why. The final honorable mention, and probably could have been, again, same with Colonel, same with Crank. Shuffle these up like dice and throw them. And you're going to get different 3 movies in here every time. My last honorable mention is They Live. I've always been down with that kind of. My number 6 would have been Christine because I just came down to it. I love Christine, but then when I go up to the real scary stuff, I mean, it's a fucking car, man. That's where I kind of lose it with that one. Just me. It's a great movie. It's filmed well. It's executed well. The story goes well till the end, but it's still I couldn't do it, man. I like these other ones way more than I do like Christine, so didn't make my list. But They Live, man, as an honorable mention. I mean, look where we are now in the world, and this kind of stuff you got assholes running around with tinfoil hats and shit like that, and this all was making fun of that back then. So I love it, and I always will. And rest in peace, Roddy Piper. Left his WWF job to do that movie, even though Vince is going, there's going to be other movies. There's going to be other movies. Roddy's reaction, not a Carpenter movie. End of story. And number 1, it can be no surprise, 1980, caught it on the second run. I went to see a movie called fucking Alligator, but it was a 2-movie ticket. The first movie was up when we walked in. I had missed even the whole setup scene where he killed the sister. When I walked in, it was going like it was saying Haddonfield, so I missed the whole escape and everything. But joined it right when Haddonfield Halloween on that the screen. And
October 30.
Oh yes, and I had no idea. I wasn't ready for that shit. I that's where I learned about tension and these long fucking shots that don't fucking end. I was terrified, man. It scarred me, but in such a good way. And just opened that door where I was like, I want that feeling. And when I go to see a horror movie every time. And I didn't realize that to 8 years old, 9 years old, I was seeing like the top of the fucking chain. Who knew? Who fucking knew? But goddamn, man, Halloween, it set a scar on me. And that was the first VHS tape I pirated with a couple of VCRs wired together. It was all there, man. Halloween started it all, and it will be forever. When people say John Carpenter, they will think Halloween. And here it is at number 1.
Yeah, see, of all the John Carpenter movies, even on my list, I don't see if you guys agree with me. Like, my tradition is every Halloween night before we go to bed, we watch Halloween. We get done trick-or-treating, we come home, get some candy, shut off the lights, bring the jack-o'-lanterns in, relight them, put them where we can see them, and we watch Halloween. But by the time I watch a Halloween night, that's like the 4th or 5th time I've watched the movie that year. Like, this is like a comfort movie for me. I will watch this 4 or 5 times a fucking year.
Yeah.
Love it.
I can see that. Good list, Ziggy.
Goddamn right.
I would like to point out, though, to the fans out there, the 2 gore hounds of the show listed probably some of the best gory special effects of all time, practical, at number 4. I'd just like to point that out.
Best practical effects. I wouldn't say necessarily gory. I am a gore whore, but you can't compete when you got the ultimate fucking horror film, man. The atmosphere, the extra long shot, like that's just fucking masterpiece, man. That's fun.
Oh, I know the Thing is a masterpiece. That's why it was my.
Oh, it is. The Thing's like, let's be honest, the Thing's cool. I wouldn't say it's like in my top 10 horror films.
I would clarify that too. That when I as a gore hound, I like cuts. I like priests staring at chicks and watching them regurgitate their entire breathing and hearts and organ system, that kind of stuff, But yeah, it's the kills. I think not that nothing wrong with the Thing, but I mean, there's not a whole lot of. I mean, you got the scene where Windows gets his face bit off. There's a lot of blood there. When the guy gets his arms bit off, some blood there. But I mean, overall, when the Thing is just doing its thing, it's a lot of just pus and stuff like that. It's not real that kind of gore. Am I making any sense, Colonel?
You're making perfect fucking sense to me.
Okay.
When the dog is shitting its intestines all over the ground?
That's gore, yes, but it's a different way. It's a different way.
It looked good. Don't get me wrong. It's some of the best special practical effects ever. I will agree with you. But for some reason, as cool as that is, it'll never top seeing someone get their fucking throat slit and the skin fucking peel and the blood start pouring out. It will never top that. I'm sorry, not for me. It never
Wait, what scene in Halloween did that? I don't remember.
Well, Nancy gets it, but they don't really show that.
That's right. They don't really.
Very little blood in Halloween.
There's only one bit of blood, and we know it's fucking catch up. Okay, get off your fucking high horse and let's go suck the king dick. Then just leave it alone.
I have to give you guys a little bit of shit. You've been giving me grief for an hour and a fucking half. All right, Tarek says about your the fog comment. Back then, nobody knew that. No, we knew that.
She didn't. She was just kind of like, yeah, well, to her, she's not a real DJ. She would have no idea even what I'm talking about at that point. But it's like, yeah, I didn't want to mansplain to her that, when you turn on the microphone in a room with speakers and shit, you're going to get a continuous loop of sound and it's going to feedback. You know what I mean? So
she didn't do research for that fucking role. It's okay.
She did it good, though. I mean, she sounded good. Sounded really good.
Here we go. Here is Perry Phillips. I hope I'm saying that right. Says, don't forget John Carpenter, the accomplished score composer, multi-talented. Yeah, I mentioned the music in The Thing was a big contributor and factor for me.
Well, that's also Enrique Morricone is a big part of that sound. He's the majority of it. Yeah. And Carpenter.
I love the music in that.
Yeah.
But then again, what's the iconic score ever? Oh, that's right, Halloween.
Yes.
Oh, Jaws?
Jaws is good.
I think Halloween is fucking Jaws.
Dude, you could go right down the list.
Really?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Jaws is up there.
Wow.
But it's not as good as Halloween.
I don't think it's as good as Halloween, but I think 90% of the movie-going public would disagree with us. BK says, gotta go chase the dog through the neighborhood. Have a good night, weirdos.
You can't have it your way.
That's right. Seth says, that's Dark Zag. Get help.
You know what I mean, too, dude. Don't even play.
He probably does. And Perry has a question. Here we go. Which is more important? Which is more important to you, story and character development or blood and gore? Anybody else want to answer this question for us in the comments?
See,
I'm the story and character development
yes,
guy.
yes, yes.
That's my thing.
Well, I think I am too, but I mean, if that's where we're going, as in Halloween, you don't need the gore and stuff. If the story's that fucking good, we're not relying on that. But I mean, if you're gonna set out and try to have a splatter gore fest, you got to have a little bit of story to back it up, or you got to be so fucking over the top crazy that it doesn't matter, like Dead Alive. You know what I mean? Something like that. Just
Dead Alive has a story though.
It does, but it is a little silly. I mean,
yes, it's silly. But your example, because I'm with you. Story and character is important. You need that for a good fucking movie. Now, like I said, I love my blood and gore. If I just want to watch a blood and gore movie and just have fun, I really don't have to think. Instead of Dead Alive, my perfect example would be Terrifier. That's the movie I watched literally just for the fucking gore.
Which has very little character development.
Well, it doesn't, but here's the thing: that this is an example of just like, you don't need it, because that story, who gives a fuck? You got these girls that are cross paths with this guy, and he did some fucking crazy ass shit, and it's
exactly
in a good way. I was having an argument with somebody over that fucking Serbian film, and I was like, come on, man, this is just a cheap, the most obvious reach to be edgy / disturbing. But there's nothing to it. It's just that's an obvious low fruit grab, and fuck that movie. It's kill babies. Fuck off. That's not fucking dark or disturbing. And that's disturbing.
Yeah, I feel that way about Hostel too. But at least Hostel had a little more story with it.
Yeah, that felt a lot more real to me than the stupid Serbian bullshit thing, man.
Serbian film. Fuck that movie.
Waste of time.
Too much on this show. Twice.
So yeah, and feel free for those watching to answer in the comments too. What do you like more, story and character development, or blood and gore? And let's see if we can get some answers. What do you like, Perry?
Yeah, right. A good mix of both is obviously paramount, but I mean,
or maybe that's a French name. Maybe it's Perry.
Perry,
welcome to the show.
Perfect movie with a mix of gore and story development, character and all that. Dawn of the Dead, like I said. Well, number 1A baby over here. That's a good mix.
That's a goddamn strong. That's what I mean. That's why that one's right there. Always.
That's a good entry. Tarek wants to know, weird thing always in his brain. If Event Horizon would have been a perfect cult horror movie if Carpenter had done it. That is an interesting take.
That's not the first time I've heard that too.
Well, you're also friends with this guy.
Huh?
You're also friends with this guy, so
I know him, but I haven't. We haven't really talked good about horror in 20 fucking years, man. So.
I'm interested about that. Yeah,
I think that one got butchered in the cutting room. I think that one could have got victimized by the right people didn't get greased when they were going to release that one, man, because it got hacked to pieces.
Yeah,
it still has great moments in it too. It fucking sucks.
Scared the shit out of me when it first came out. I was like, "Oh, some scene."
Those lights, fucking when those lights are blinking on and off and shit, fucking hell.
That's one of those movies that definitely suffered from a producer not understanding the genre of horror, and just being like, "Well, audiences aren't gonna get that. They're not gonna follow that. Whatever." All right, here's a question. Where would Starman rank on your list?
I like Starman. I do.
It might be in my top 10, but it would be 10 to 12 somewhere, or 9 to 12, somewhere in there.
I would put it above Vampires.
I would definitely put it above Vampires. Vampires might be close to my bottom. Maybe.
You know what? Starman can qualify as an honorable mention or number 6 here in this case today. That's what I'm thinking, because that's a strong story, man. And fucking Jeff Bridges is plays that goofy ass fucking like a new baby, just a little toddler walking around discovering the world. Perfect. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Would it be in your top 10, Colonel?
I'd put it above Ghost of Mars easily, and I haven't seen Starman, so.
Oh, really?
Never seen it. Yeah.
You're missing out, dude. It's pretty good.
Oh shit.
Not scary at all. But.
Then I'm absolutely sorry, Perry. For me, it's all about the story. I love psychological horror and the most, like Hitchcock films. And yes, I'm from French descent. We're just fucking around here, so don't. And that's why we love.
He's just an asshole. Ignore him.
Yes.
He's a lovable asshole, though. He'll be all right.
Let me take care of him for you, buddy.
Asshole!
Thank you. Yes.
But
they also say, I agree, a Serbian film only pretended to be art.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I got this other one, too, for him.
The French.
Stop.
We love the French. Come on.
We love the French. Tarek says, I love that y'all called out Serbian film. Yes, I'm not a fan of Hostel, but that was a movie. Serbian film was an edgy 4chan post.
I just can't even.
Yeah, all right.
Just that movie. And in fact, I was getting pissed at the people that were arguing with me about it. You know, I was like, God damn it, man. I was like, all I'm saying is it's an obvious reach to do something over the top, and they failed. And they just delivered it, albeit disturbing, yes, but not in the good way. Just like, this is fucking trash. Get this shit out of here. Stupid.
Movies like
that's not art. That's not art, right? That's not art.
Okay. What about Cannibal Holocaust? Is that art?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What about humans? How about Human Centipede?
Shock for shock's sake, in my opinion.
That one's closer to Serbian film than Cannibal Holocaust, for sure.
Yeah.
It had a story behind it, but I just think it's a garbage movie. It didn't even disturb me. I just thought it was stupid.
You know what? Human Centipede, you can do one. I'll give you one. Do it. Do the story, get it done. Don't make fucking 3 of those, man. Nobody wants to see that shit.
What about I Spit on Your Grave?
It's grounded in reality, but yeah, that's not the same at all to what.
No, it's not. It just Serbian film is just like it's almost in a class of its fucking own, though. You can throw out all these movies, majority of them say, well, it's better because
I'm finding it's the hipster fucking horror fans that are like, oh, I gotta have the best of all the craziest shit, man. And people always suggest that fucking Serbian film. I was like, you know, when I kept hearing that for years, I was like, all right, I'm on it. I'll check it out. And then that's an hour and a half I'm never gonna get back.
But I think a lot of people are recommending it as like being sarcastic, also, because people will be like.
No, these fools.
I see the same thing that you're talking about on the Facebook groups, but
and I see the ones where it is just some idiot going, oh, well, it's the finest. It's a 4-star fucking horror film, you know. And yeah, of course, this chick responded to me. Oh, it is quite disturbing. No, it's like if you're into that kind of bottom basement, fucking wet, moldy floor kind of shit, then yeah. There you go.
Speaking of wet, there's probably a movie she kind of watches might get her a certain way. Just saying, like if she's local, Zag, just saying, you might want to watch it one more time, buddy. You don't know.
Where's it at?
Wow.
No.
You said no, but I'd say yes. Okay, I'll watch it.
That says Colonel. Starman is Carpenter's most lighthearted film, but it's really solid. Check it out when you get the chance.
I have to see it.
Hardly agree.
Patricia is chilling with us until Megadeth comes on. Welcome back, Patricia. And she loves Human Centipede too. So,
Patricia, they open up with a Hangar 18. Get ready.
Don't spoil her concert, man.
Not a spoiler. They always open with Hangar 18.
Tarek says Cannibal Holocaust was art, but no one wanted a sequel. Human Centipede was art, and there should be no sequels. Spit on Your Grave was art that made me feel like shit. Just no sequel to these ever.
But we got plenty of sequels. That's Spit on Your Grave. Fuck.
Oh yeah, and remakes.
Yeah.
It's like you go right down the list. The Last House on the Left. You know what I mean? I get what they were going for, but they just tried to be the coolest kid on the fucking block, and yeah. Didn't work. Not for me, anyway.
S. Michael is answering Perry's question. I guess I'm shallow. I prefer gore. The Fly 1 and 2, The Nest, Fulci, Day of the Dead, Creepshow. But The Fly has a great fucking love story in it. That's one of the best love stories of the 80s, I think.
Cronenberg's always let's face it, he's the master of the body horror, isn't he?
That and his writing is so much more elevated than a lot of people.
I agree.
Of that time frame.
He can get under your skin, man. I don't give a fuck who you are. He's got it, man.
You curious about the Crimes of the Future? Is that what it's called? His next one?
Oh man, that looks decent, dude.
Yeah.
We haven't had a good Cronenberg in a minute like that, where it looks like it's going to be like, ooh, fuck, I'm going to need a shower after this one.
Right. A couple of those other ones, that's Michael. They have story to go along with them. Patricia says, "Oh yes, they are going to open with that song." She saw the set list. So, yeah. All right.
It's still a great show, man. James Lamazia, whatever, on bass now and playing for Junior, and he was really good. That drummer's sick, and I love that guitar player, man. Kiko is perfect fit for Megadeth.
Nice. Perry's mentioning another one. Dare we talk about Salo, 120 Days of Sodom? Is that art, Ziggy?
Not for me, but I get that one a little bit. I don't know why, but that one makes a little more sense to me than the Serbian film does. So, but I would say no. I mean, it's art to some people. I mean, that's all. You know what I mean? It's eye of the beholder kind of thing, and I don't behold sodomy like that. So,
oh, newsflash right there, folks.
Frank loves sodomy.
Colonel.
Tonight. I'd have to. I've never even heard of that film, too, so I can have no comment.
It's like I said, when people put those lists up, so that one and the Serbian film are always on it. Always.
Like the most disturbing horror.
Oh,
films
yes.
of all time.
Yeah. Like the foreign ones, foreign disturbing films like that. Yes. Every time. Maybe we should fucking do that. Maybe we should go down and, you know what I mean? Just
that's what
suffer
we need to
through
watch
all
now.
that shit again and bring it out and expose them all for what they fucking are.
Tarek says, no, before I hear your responses, no, Salo, whatever Days of Sodom, blah, 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 not art.
Not art. There you go. I mean, there's one opinion there. I mean, it's a touchy subject, man.
I mean, I think it's all art in a way, but some of it I don't like.
I support anybody's freedom to create whatever the fuck they want, but I also support my right to shit on it if I don't like it. And that's that.
Right. I mean, who was the guy that sold something recently, and it was literally just a blank canvas in a frame, and it sold for tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was it. So, is that really art? I don't know.
To the person who bought it.
Some pretentious fuck that has too much money, it is.
Right.
I just can't play that game. Remember that Velvet, what was it, Velvet Buzzsaw? That made fun of those people?
I like that one.
I loved that just because it trashed all those fools that act that way. Those are the types that would buy a blank canvas for, $150,000 or whatever the fuck it is. Because the guy said, oh, it's so-and-so in a snowstorm and or whatever. No, fuck that shit, man. Come on.
Albino in a snowstorm. That's what it is.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Eileen's here. What's up, Eileen?
Eileen, from across the pond. I will mention that every
UK representing.
That's right. Patricia says she was disturbed by The Notebook. You know what? I have never seen that movie.
That love story?
I have no reason to see it.
I've never seen it either.
That's the love story one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know exactly what it is. I've never even seen it, but I know what the fucking Notebook is.
I had I had a girl buy it for me. She's like, this is my favorite movie. We're going to watch it. It's still here wrapped in plastic. I've never seen it.
Oh, just like Laura Palmer in Twin Peaks, wrapped in plastic. Oh.
Yeah, but I don't own that one.
I know. I just have to, because you guys are getting on my last fucking nerve today. I'm bringing up all the stuff that annoys you guys as much as I can tonight.
Love from.
Fuck both of you. Patricia says, I have a hard time watching the Midnight Meat Train, yet I love it.
But
I thought that was a good movie.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that one.
I know. I mean, we sound like assholes when we don't, you can like this, but how do you not like this? We do. That's because there's reasons and nuances and all kinds of shit behind it. So,
well, and I might like something the first time I see it. I might hate it the fifth time I see it, or vice versa. I might hate something the first time I see it. I might like it more.
i.e., Halloween 2018. The more I see it,
See, I didn't ultimately hate that one in the beginning. I didn't like it greatly. I think I gave it a 5 or something. But yeah, I would probably give it a slightly higher rating a year or two later. Halloween Kills just keeps going down and down the more I watch it.
Halloween 2018, I gave it a pretty high ranking, but it goes down and down the more times I watch it.
Every time I watch it, it's like, oh man, I find more and more flaws with it that I don't like. But yeah, then Halloween Kills.
Yeah,
It Dies Tonight. Evil, that is. Texas Tea.
All right. S. Michael says, let me put it another way. This could be interesting. Oh, God. All right. I'm just as entertained watching those kill count videos on YouTube as opposed to the movies they're clipped from, or the Zigzag Zone, for example. It's almost like Debbie Does Dallas versus Nurses Dressed Like Smurfs 9. I'm not always looking for a story.
Completely agree.
Which I get that. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, if I want to watch the straight blood and gore, like Terrifier is one of the movies I want to watch. Just dumb entertainment. I don't have to think.
Yeah. Tarek says, everything is art. Fair enough. I'm just pissed off that I could have done literally any Pollock painting with nothing but Pornhub and a blacklight. You still could do that.
Yeah.
And
you know what? Someone's going to.
Yeah. And there's nothing but morals stopping you from doing that.
Someone's going to snort the fluorescence from a fluorescent light bulb, and then they're going to do that. They're going to nut on a ping with a black light on it, and it's going to glow. Yeah, you know what I mean. 150,000.
Perry says Andy Warhol used to paint a dollar sign on a giant white canvas and sell for $2,000 a piece to illustrate the power of fame.
Yeah, but wasn't he already well established? I mean, he was handing away pieces of trash from his closet, and people were like, "Oh, look what I got! It's an Andy Warhol."
That's what she said. Yeah.
Well, he did the dollar.
By then, he was, anything. He could have just did a line across it. I think it would have went pretty expensive.
All right. Looks like we've got to wrap this up pretty soon. Yeah, let me Ziggy, send them out for the night.
Well, there you have it, man. We got Carpenter all unraveled there. I think pretty good. I mean, obviously, we'll say it again. These things could switch and flip daily, each day down the line. But, the glory is we have them all to watch and to have these debates every once in a while. We'll make it like an annual thing. Check in with them in a year or two. We'll see what's going on. But thanks, as always, for coming in. Plenty of content coming your way, unboxings, more game show stuff coming your way soon. Big announcements up a little bit further out, but something really cool is happening. So get ready for that. And, man, thanks for always watching the DCS. We love you all, and we'll see you soon. Mwah.
All right. This is Colonel.
Damn it. It's going to be hard to top that shit. But, yes, this was a fun one. Again, it was super easy. I tried to make it fucking hard on myself, and I went with the easy option. The easy A, I'll admit it. But a reminder, man, be sure to tune in Friday night. Again, it's a Friday night. By all means, and the weather's nice, go out and have a good fucking time. But if you want to stay in and watch a few dopes try to play the video game for the first time, tune in 8 p.m. Eastern Friday night as we play Evil Dead, the video game. And you heard it here first. Yes, I called fucking Ash Just like you call fucking shotgun.
We're all
I
gonna
got
be
Scotty.
Ash.
I got Scotty. Anyway, there's a whole mess of characters in there. But anyway, Colonel, I've got an ace up our sleeve, dude.
Oh, shit.
Necronomicon, baby.
That's not gonna help. We're still gonna be awful this fucking day.
No, you guys are gonna be awful. I'm gonna be fan-fucking-tastic.
What?
You know what? Kind of
what?
You know what kind
I
of
can't hear you.
I used to date this chick, man. We broke up, and I had that Evil Dead DVD over there, Necronomicon case on. She fucking threw it away. Yeah, so you kind of brought back a bad memory for me. So on that fucking note, don't get
She
sick.
threw this away?
So
what a
don't
bitch.
get sick, wash your dick. Don't smell like a Scuba Steve. Use Summer's Eve. And don't be a fucking asshole and throw away somebody's fucking Necronomicon fucking case. That was a cool collector's item when that DVD came out.
What?
It's fucking amazing.
He can't hear you right now.
I got to plug it there. Oh, go ahead.
It kind of looks like he's plugging a fucking asshole. Just saying.
Have you
I
changed your
was trying not to use that word. I was being nice, but yes, she was a bitch for throwing that one out.
I'll
I was
say it.
fucking hot, man.
What the fuck did you do, man?
What we did is I stayed the night at her place, and the next day I took her to the horror convention because she had never been to one. She wanted to go, and the girls of Evil Dead were there. I'm like, let me take this with me. I'm gonna get it fucking signed. Luckily, she was bored, and I never got it fucking signed, or I'd be even more pissed if she threw it out.
See, I'm not the only one. Eileen even says, sounds like she was a bitch.
She was a bitch. Yeah, and here's another good one. I jumped quick shit. Oh my god! So me and her were about to get a place together. Then she decides to break up with me after we signed everything. She's like, "Well, you're going to move in this apartment." I was like, "Nah, bitch, you're moving in the fucking apartment. I ain't doing shit."
Nice.
I threw my shit away.
Tarek also says he's a video game aficionado and he needs to see us absolutely dumpster fire this game. Which,
well, you will not be disappointed.
Tune in Friday. Yeah, you will not be disappointed. One last time, I want to thank our members, our final girls: Corey, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Luke, S. Michael, Patricia, Tanya, and Tyrone. Our Crazy Ralphs, Angelo and Raymond, and our camp counselors: Stacy, Lynn, Orlando, Kiara, and Dave. That's right. And you can become a member too at deathcursesociety.com. Check out all the options on there for, we have 3 different levels of membership from $3 to $25 a month. And the perks are on there. It tells you what you get, blah, 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 blah. Friday, we are doing, like Colonel said, a live video game stream playing The Evil Dead. And then next Monday, we are doing our review of Firestarter, which is in theaters on Friday. So check that out. Make sure to get your asses to a theater or watch it on Peacock. And let's review that next Monday. Until then, for the Colonel, who looks like he's...
So do we have to review that fucking movie, man? Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Horse shit. Sorry.
Hey. What was it last week? You were like, God damn it, we need to have some topics figured out. Now, I've got topics figured out now. So now you're still bitching.
Goddamn right.
We haven't done a new movie in a while, man. We're due.
Yeah, I know.
No, we haven't.
We pick a better one, though.
No, it's the only new one that's coming out this week. The highest profile one.
On demand.
The highest profile one that's coming out this week. Let's put it that way. Anyway. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week for the Colonel for Zigzag. This Red Crank saying DCS out. Have a great night.
What?
Woo!
What?
Rock and roll! 6 o'clock already, it was just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream.